This is crazy. I just got a note. I just read the article. Honda cancels the 2 electric vehicles it was developing with Sony. The AFEELA 1 and AFEELA 2 are no more. That's crazy. It was just 2, maybe 3 years ago that CES was all a buzz. It was crazy. They spent tons of money. If you've ever been to CES, it's inside the Las Vegas Convention Center, all the way in the corner of Central Hall. Sony takes over that corner year after year, and it is an anchor. A couple years ago, they took over the spot right next to it also because they were announcing the AFEELA 1. It was a big ordeal. Honda and Sony partnering to create this car, an EV, self-drive, and a way to showcase and monetize all of the IP that Sony's creating. Like, if you're going to be sitting in the car anyway, and you're not going to have to drive, well, you might as well watch Spider-Man. I mean, that's the deal. And we might as well put LED screens on the bumper to let people know in the back what you're watching. And then that was the prototype. And then it got better and better, more refined, but it was Honda. And it just made sense. It was like, okay, there's other offerings of other companies getting into the EV mix. This was the one that made sense because it was like, you're not starting from zero. You're going to a partnership with a company that does what for a living? Makes cars. 2025, I sat in the Sony keynote and they wheeled out the Sony AFEELA. The CEO of Sony said, AFEELA 1, would you please join me on stage? And the car auto drove itself out onto the stage. It was great. It was a big, big deal. And even though this is a very expensive car, $89,000, we are now taking orders. You can pay $1,000 and reserve your car in the state of California. I thought it was a little narrow, but we've seen this model before. The Cybertruck was done the same way. Reserve your thing and then we'll start producing it. I was totally stunned because, backing up before me being totally stunned, I was at CES 2026 this year and there was the AFEELA 1 and 2, plus 2 more versions of it that were concept, an SUV and something else. Interestingly enough, in 2025, Honda had huge floor space over in West Hall. And we saw a dramatic reduction in the number of car manufacturers that were showing up in West Hall this year, including Honda was not there. They had 2 Honda EVs over there last year. They didn't show up this year. But Sony showed up with the AFEELA 1, 2, and Concept 3 and 4, right? It's a lot of money. This is conceptually groundbreaking. It's like you've got 2 cars that are coming on market right now and 2 more that you've already developed that we can go see and touch. And you've put money into this development. You've got prototypes that are refined. Why is refined important? Because if you're ever been in a Rivian or been in a Tesla, because those are new car companies, that you'll notice the misaligned panels, sometimes gaps get smaller. It's an issue, Google that. But for the email to come today with the article that says, Honda cancels 2 electric vehicles it was developing with Sony, and they're refunding the $1,000 down payments, is just shocking to me. And it's too early to even have a really well-informed discussion. So pay attention. Let's both look at what's going on. Like and subscribe to Black Futurist Podcast, and let's all keep watching.